All right, let's talk about co-marketing real quick. 10 minutes. Now, I was just on the phone with the partner manager, Ben at Luz, who is dealing with a couple pain points around co-marketing related to not having full buy-in from his marketing team, not having support, I should say. He gets buy-in, but not support. They don't have enough resources. But he does have someone creating content for the blog regularly, I think once a week. Now, his initial strategy with co-marketing, which isn't wrong, but it is definitely a little bit heavier undertaking, is to create a series of webinars that he features partners in or agencies in that hopefully will become partners. Now, my suggestion to him was to have a couple additional things going on that are more automated in the sense and a lot easier for him to just roll up into one article, send the raw content over to his content manager to get put into new features, expert highlights, marketing tips is a typical blog post, but also insert these partners into current live posts, which is the easiest. So the easiest up at the very top, lowest hanging fruit, in my opinion, is to feature your agency partner prospects in current published articles. So this is the Luz blog. We went onto this blog and I see right off the bat, e-commerce attribution best practices. Now, this blog may be WordPress, it may be Webflow, it doesn't matter. It's got a CMS behind it, which means anyone, Ben, his web manager, anybody can log in and just update this at any time. Now, the conversation with your marketing team is this. Can we, A, have a column on the blog that we don't have to include in the site map? Because marketing's concern is, oh, you're just going to bombard our blog with a lot of these dead weight backlinks and just bury us in content that we don't feel is valuable from an SEO objective. A, that's completely false. B, you can have a category in your blog that is not a part. You remove it from your sitemap, which basically means that Google doesn't automatically index it every time they crawl your site. It has to be linked to from another source or linked to from another blog post on your blog to get indexed or crawled, I should say, by spiders. Now, if you go to your marketing person, your content person, I should say more specifically, and you meet with this person once a month, maybe once a quarter to start, but then move it to once a month. And then honestly, try to make it weekly and say, what do we have out right now that does not include a couple of experts? And they'll give you links like this, e-commerce attribution. There's no expert quoted in this, which is sad and honestly annoying from a marketing standpoint. I used to try to make sure there's an expert on some level included in any content I did. A, because it makes the content actually trustworthy. I don't know who wrote this. I don't know what their background is in e-commerce marketing attribution. Maybe they're good at it, but we don't know. But if you pointed to a specific expert in the e-commerce, an agency, and said, this person says, do this, I'm going to take that a little more seriously. Number two, that person that you feature in this article is going to link to this article on their social post. They're going to tweet about it. They're going to hopefully link back to this article from their blog. Lots of benefits in including. So again, number one, easiest co-marketing strategy is to add an expert opinion quote to this article. Now, what is he going to do from a management, from an organization standpoint? Well, in Partner Hub, we have this great co-marketing backlog project that he can add anybody. This is his actual account at Luz, anybody that he wants to partner with on a co-marketing standpoint. After they accept his live offer, they go right to this. So live offer goes out, people reply, you get on the phone with them, you put them into different articles. So we have a list of the articles that we can include partners in, and we work with our content manager to come up with something like this, a partner source content calendar. Newsletters is probably another easy thing that you can get done. And then guest blog posts, features, thought leadership promotion. That's more of like a single person that I'm going to do a full interview on and I'm going to include them in my article, but I'm also going to put them in my YouTube channel. Maybe it turns into a micro podcast, the webinar series that we're talking about here. So you have all the stuff specifically that you want to do with the agencies, the requirements, slots available, this could be 3, whatever it is. Distribution channel, this drops down. I'm not logged in right now, so I can't show you what it looks like, but then you add your agencies that are included. You work with your content manager to come up with the recurring content offers, meaning always have something in your back pocket to offer these agencies. One of the things that specifically Ben at Luz is going to do is, number one, he has not a lot of support from marketing right now, but they're raising their Series A. He's going to get a lot of support from marketing in the new year. He is essentially preparing for the new year by submitting live offers that are going to be, again, through Partner Hub. If you don't know, check out these examples under help.partnerhub.app. He's going to be submitting these live offers right here for stuff that he can do next year. So he's submitting live offers for, hey, agencies, we'd love to start organizing and slotting you in for the podcast that we're coming out with next year as an interviewee. We'd love to start checking off and earmarking your agency to be in content that we're coming out with next year. And he's putting those out now, having the conversations, planting those seeds. And then, of course, he'll reach back out when he's ready to record with those agencies. Now, what he can do inside Partner Hub with those agencies is add a memo. Call it co-marketing, including Adam Pierce, CEO of Blend, in a piece of content on CRO coming out 9-1-20, something like that. Save that. Now he's got a little bit of a note. He knows what's going on with Adam Pierce specifically, and he can start to organize what's going on. So you have a shared sheet. This is with your marketing manager. If your marketing manager is more partnerships, interested, or at least wants to be included a little bit more heavily in this, invite them to your Partner Hub account here, and then they can submit these live offers. But at least meet with them, figure out what it is you're going to include them in that's already published. Okay, I've got that. Copy that over, put it into this list here, and then go about submitting the live offer. And then as they come in, you add the agencies to it, update Partner Hub by adding them to the co-marketing project and adding the memorandum note, the memo, to their actual profile here. So you've got everything kind of organized. Then the second thing is an experts tip roundup. Recart here does these all the time. Expert marketing tips from leading agencies. Now, the strategy with these are to create a form, a Google form, Airtable, Notion, whatever. Create a form that has your name, your agency name, backlink of choice, upload a picture of yourself, not a logo, but a picture of yourself if they're comfortable, and then answer these 3 questions in long form, full sentences. Again, you're trying to create a database of valuable expert opinions that you can use to create relationships with new agencies, to plant those seeds, to get Mike here and Ben and Ari and Chase to remember that you helped them out and that you featured them. Start the relationship off strong, plant the seeds. The way this works in practice is submit the live offer, make it resubmitted every month, or I think they do it every week, and create a backlog of agencies that you're going to include in this. And then on the calls with these agencies, they're going to book calls with you through the live offer system. You're going to say, hey, Mike, I'll send you the form and you can include, your backlink and your picture and your answers to these questions that we're trying to get from top experts like you for the blog. I will make sure you're included. And now we're sitting on the phone and we've got 15 minutes booked, maybe 30 minutes booked. And you just start talking to them about their agency. What are you guys up to? What's the focus? What verticals are you focusing on? Are there any specific stores that you're trying to sell to right now? Have you seen our client base? open up your client page, see if there's any on there that Mike may really want an introduction to. See if there's something specific that Mike can offer these clients of yours, these users of yours. Maybe Mike's willing to do the same. You explore the product, spend 10 minutes looking at the product itself, checking out the feature benefits of the product. And now you have ended the call. Maybe you found alignment on the call for an introduction, maybe not. But you send Mike the follow-up email. Great to meet you. Very much excited to include you in this article. Please fill out this form, link to the form, and we'll get that published in the next 2 weeks. And in the meantime, here are links to our, partnerships XYZ, sandbox account, maybe a free account. Thank you for the time. In return, I'm going to give you access to our product for free to use as an agency account. I don't know. And now you have stuff going on with Mike. There's 2 weeks, 3 weeks, maybe a month before that gets published. When it gets published, you have an excuse to reach back out to Mike. It's published. Here's the link. Please share it on social. Oh, by the way, remember we talked about that store that you wanted to contact for. I've got a contact for you, and let's get on a call to strategize an introduction, something like that, or something that we talked about. Just the point is, you have stuff going on that puts you back in touch with these partner prospects, building that relationship, right? Now, let's just say things aren't in alignment right then. Not a big deal. You don't want to push it. But this agency is qualified to partner with you. There's just not anything right now. Now, you follow Mike on LinkedIn, and he posts his client projects all the time. You notice that he posts a website that is a perfect fit for your product. And he says, I helped this website do CRO, and we increase blah, 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 blah. You go right into direct message with Mike. If you're in the Partner Hub ecosystem like he is, you can Slack him. Easy. But LinkedIn, sure. So you go into LinkedIn or Slack and you message Mike and say, hey, I saw that website. That would just be a perfect fit for our product. Anything we can do to get in the door with that agency, let me know. And Mike doesn't ignore you because he remembers you did this for him. He remembers how professional you were, and he liked working with you. He's not going to ghost you. So he'll say something like, yeah, actually, I had a feeling I was going to reach out. I just got busy. Well, what can we do? And Mike will say, you know what? Give me something in email to send to them, and I'll make sure to send it over. And then you say, you know what? I'm going to give you something more than that. I'm going to give that client of yours, just for being a client of yours, 1 free month of use of our product, or a 30% discount on the lifetime of their whatever tier that they buy. And I'm going to give that to you just exclusively as your client. Just let the salesperson in charge know that I approved this offer, or just give them a discount code as a partner. Mike's super appreciative. You got that deal because you planted the seed maybe a week ago, a month ago, maybe last year, and you didn't give up on the partnership. It takes time, but you waited for that right time. And because you had that IOU, that seed planted, reciprocity kicks in. We're all humans. We want to help each other out. So just to recap, have something going that's recurring, expert tips, weekly, monthly, whatever. Go back through your blog, check any of the articles for great topics that agencies want to be known for. E-commerce attribution. Agencies really want to be known for that. Find out what doesn't have an expert opinion and go to your content manager and say, can I include a quote or a thought leadership highlight? So then you have the option to do a quote in that article and or a thought leadership highlight. Post the live offer, get included in a blog post about e-commerce attribution on my website, backlink, picture of choices included. Goes out to 30,000 D2C brands or whatever else, right? And to mention in my newsletter. Post that as a live offer inside Partner Hub here. We will bring it to specific agencies. It will go out to all the e-commerce agencies in that example use case. And you'll get people coming in. As they come in, you kind of divvy them up. Are they the type of expert, the true thought leadership that you want to do a 15-minute video interview feature? Or do you just want to do the quick, hey, here's their quote and mention that? In that case, talk to them about their agency, what they're up to, send them the form. If they're a thought leader, use that time to record an interview about their take on attribution in e-commerce, right? Get that out to your marketing team, package it up as much as you can on your side, make it easy for them, and continue to rinse and repeat that process. And as Noam would say here, you're right about marketing first, sales second. Marketing first, sales second, always, especially with marketing agencies. Okay, guys, take care. Check out the examples, check out some of the screenshots of great live offers here, and best of luck.